Okay, I'm gonna do this update for Twitter. Not sorry, not well. I guess Twitter as well, but for YouTube because live streaming is not going well on Facebook today. I've heard that from some of my local politicos that Facebook intends to block all political posts for I think 9 days before the election. So that'd be pretty much Halloween through election day, right? And I don't know if they're already trying to screw with their services um, in advance of. I'd still like to see where that's written down that they're going to do that because I don't know if that was. It makes sense if they're planning on banning ads, I guess. Kind of makes sense, but I think they're planning on putting like a halt to all political discussion, and that sounds really um, excessive. It sounds pretty excessive. But anyway, so let's talk politics in the meantime. As I've mentioned before, Michael Fox is the husband of a former Irvine City Council person, Melissa Fox, and has been following this story closely because they both have a lot of political contacts in Irvine and have a lot of emotions and time invested in their community service to the area over many, many, many years. So we know a lot of the same people. Anyway, we've been following this story, and Michael has been doing some requests to actually get more information. He's definitely doing a lot of work on this. Um, okay, so here goes. The truth comes out about why Farrah Khan betrayed Katie Porter. So, for those of you who may or may not have been following, Farrah Khan is the mayor of Irvine. Katie Porter is a U.S. representative who is running on the coast and who is famously known for her whiteboard that she pulls out to school CEOs and business execs in Congress. Okay, truth comes out about why Farrah Khan betrayed Katie Porter by giving a screenshot of Katie's comments to her about Irvine police to Fox News. So to recap, Farrah Khan screen capped text messages that she had on her personal phone with Katie Porter regarding an event, a town hall event that was poorly managed and resulted in a fist fight in Irvine, in which the Irvine PD hung back and did not manage the event like any other political event that they would have managed, which is to keep the two opposing groups separated. You say one group stand on that side of the street, the rest of you go to your Katie Porter event. But you're supposed to, the way they're supposed to manage it is to keep a safe distance, and they were just not doing anything. They were hanging back. And also, given that this is Irvine PD, the police department reports in to the city council. Farrah, as I said, is the mayor of Irvine. So there are some questions here about why they would have handled that event differently and who instructed them to manage it that way, right? Okay, so Michael is saying, I have had these texts for some time from record request, but have not posted them for concern about any negative effect on Katie's reelection. Now that Fox News has published the exchange, there is no reason for me not to post them and draw the obvious conclusion. Khan screenshot the text exchange from her phone and saved the screenshot for a year and a half before giving it to Fox News to stab Katie in the back in revenge just before the election. Yes, see, this is also these text messages are being selectively used for a hit campaign flyer that is being distributed all throughout Katie's, and ads, digital ads as well, in Katie's district along the coast by her opponent, Scott Bow. Oh, wow. Okay. These newly revealed texts show that Katie Porter called Farrah Khan a selfish attention seeker. Oh, I gotta read these. A liar and a bad political partner, and told her to stay away from Katie's official business and stay away from her meetings with officials from the Biden administration. This is why Farrah made such a big deal about getting a selfie with President Biden on the tarmac over the weekend. This is why. This is on Friday. Katie Porter also told Khan many other public officials felt the same way about Khan, but didn't even respect Khan enough to tell her. She's right. Katie is correct. I mean, I've been volunteering in politics now since 2017. I know public officials all up and down the county, and Katie is correct. That is absolutely true. I have never done anything to you, Porter texted to Khan. You cannot say the same. Porter also texted to Khan, and next time I have a high-ranking official come, only come to things you are invited to. Stopping by the Mexican restaurant was ridiculous. Oh my gosh, she dropped in on them. Farrah, you have a reputation for not staying in your lane and seeking attention. And the result is we'll keep things out of Irvine next time. Yeah, seriously. You need to hear this because it is damaging others' willingness to work with you. Well, yeah, and you're also going to be dissuading people from wanting to do business in your city. And that's not what a mayor should do, right? It's going to be difficult for you to get political events in your city if this is the kind of behavior you're exhibiting, Farrah. When Khan texted back saying she wasn't stalking Porter, but just happened to go to the same Mexican restaurant, Porter responded, "You just happened by that particular Mexican restaurant? Please." Yeah, that's kind of... Irvine's pretty large, y'all. Okay. At the end of the text exchange, Porter told Khan, "Tell me how you have helped me. I'm listening. You can take the advice about bogarting stuff or not. Up to you. But I am not alone. I am just the only one who respects you enough to give you the advice." I mean, Farrah, you literally then proved her right by getting that selfie on the tarmac with Biden on Friday. You did prove her right that that is legit what you're trying to do. Wow. In the face of the clear evidence that Khan stabbed Katie in the back by giving the screenshot of Katie expressing her anger at Irvine police for their failure to protect her town hall, Khan and her minions have rhetorically asked why Khan would hurt Katie Porter. The answer, revenge, is all to see. Stung by Porter's harsh and dead-on criticism, Khan created a screenshot of the text exchange to provide to Katie's enemies. I'm still waiting to hear what 10-3 means to you, Farrah. Because you do seem like a pretty vindictive person. And I had a surgical procedure that day, and I don't recall any particular articles that were dropped on 10-3. So was that a warning shot at me? I mean, there have been stories about you for years. You've pretty much had problems with people up and down the county. And you've been censured from city council, from central committee before. I highly doubt you will ever be endorsed by the Democratic Party of Orange County ever again. I highly doubt it. All right, let's look at the article. Yeah, see, and it's absolutely positioned to hurt Katie. You sure she wore a Batgirl costume? I thought she wore a kitty cat costume, and that's like so South OC. I can't even. Like literally, we all dress up for Halloween and do it for work. That's totally normal stuff. I can't even. You guys, the Republican press is so horrible. They just like they take the most innocent, stupid things and turn them into like it's ridiculous. Just like she lives with a man, right? God. Let me see if I can find the actual text message. I don't need to read their fucked up commentary. Arrested with men she lives with. It's apparently her boyfriend, according to another article they wrote. Get to the point. Okay, these look new. All right. So the text says, you just happened by that particular Mexican restaurant, please. I see you're upset, but it would be more professional of you to just call me for clarification. I have never done anything to you. Look, she gave you the respect of actually like texting you and giving you the information, and you totally took advantage of that. And you didn't want to put anything in writing. That's why you kept wanting her to call you, right? Like you didn't want to put anything in writing so that you could say what was on your mind. She was being honest with you because she had some faith that you would be a fellow Democrat and not act this way. This has nothing. What you have submitted to Fox has nothing to do with city business. This was completely vindictive and personal. I've never done anything to you. You cannot say the same. I have helped you with your campaign and tried to be a good partner. I don't owe you a phone call. You should have called me with complete... I'm sorry, it's really small font. Is that fall by city yesterday? I'm a United States Congresswoman. You can lecture me on professionalism and see what happens. Yeah, seriously, Farrah, I mean, you barely, you don't even really have the support of the local Democrats in your city. And you're treating a U.S. Congressperson like this directly through text. This isn't like, like a volunteer yelling out criticisms against their congressperson online or something like that. This is, you have her phone number, she has your phone number, and you're doing this. As I have been with you, even though I feel like I'm treated very poorly. Why? Because you weren't invited to the Mexican restaurant? Because you dropped in? Her Halloween costume has nothing to do with it. Oh, so one year she went as Batgirl. One year she went as a cat. I think it's cute. My mom does the same thing. She dresses up every year. I dress up every year for the most part. Any more? Or just those two? So they're trying to leak these out like a little at a time, right? Kind of like what Julian Assange was doing with his leaks. He was like, I'll just do a little bit at a time to keep it in the news. Well, I don't think this really hurts Katie at all. In fact, I think it probably helps her. I think the person it's going to hurt is Farrah, because Farrah clearly did this out of vindictiveness, and yeah, it's fucking weird that you dropped in on their dinner. That is weird. That's creepy.